going on here. Sabrina Schaefer with the Independent Women's Forum. Sabrina, Donald Trump went through with this event. He was late. He had to be sort of, secreted in there in the most unusual ways. I don't think I've seen that recently. I don't think I've seen it out of Hillary Clinton or Bernie Sanders for events. But it does give you pause about whether there's just a whole different standard to this candidate and how he's going to have to deal.
Everything is different this time around, it seems like, Neil. I sort of watching these protests and watching his speech and how he reacts, I'm sort of reminded that there's never been this era of political civility. I'm sure Professor Sabato would agree with me. There's always been regional distrust. There's always been personal animosities, very much like what we've seen today. We saw this from our founding through the last 2 centuries. I think what's missing today is any sense of guidelines, any sense of sort of an honor code of how people are expected to behave. Because, of course, political discourse is a good thing. But why aren't we hearing Bernie Sanders or Hillary Clinton say to their supporters, hey, let Donald Trump speak, and then we'll speak?
Well,
and
by the way, we did hear that from Democratic Congressman Emanuel Cleaver, who said,
he did.
This does us no good, this sort of thing. Let the guy speak. You have a problem with it, you can protest quietly outside, but let him have his day, just like we would expect them to have our candidates have their day. But he was sort of chastising those very same protesters. And I should stress, most of the protesters look to me to be all well and good and fine, but it always takes a few to ruin for the cart here. But I do wonder, going forward for Donald Trump, about the safety of his events, not only for the candidate and his people, but those who want to go. We heard a lot of reports from Claudia Cowan and others who said that they wanted to be there, but then they found themselves surrounded by protesters and did a beeline out of there. They worried for their safety. So now we have to get authorities up to speed so that all can feel free to do their own thing, right?
Certainly, I think that there's going to have to be perhaps greater talks about how to keep these events safe. But I also think some of this comes, there's sort of a trickle-down effect. I think that someone like Donald Trump needs to say to his own supporters, hey, this is how we behave. He said some pretty inflammatory comments just coming into this particular rally. I think we need to expect more of our candidates. They need to say, hey, this is not how we have sort of civil discourse. This is not how we engage with one another on what are very challenging topics. In California, the issue of immigration is front and center every day. I know it. I'm from there. And I just think that we need to be able to sort of address that rather than making snide comments, rather than sort of inciting any kind of violence, rather than sort of
to be fair, he dialed that kind of talk back now. He said, get him out. He'll refer to protesters, get him out. He doesn't want violence. But your thinking is that his events themselves, draw crowds just like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do think it needs to come from both candidates, right? If Hillary Clinton is, and I thought that the congressman a few minutes ago put it perfectly. He said we've just gone too far. And when we've gone too far, it takes some leadership. It takes the candidates themselves to say, hey, do we want to solve these problems or do we want to tear down barriers and scream at one another? And I think that most Americans are hurting and want to see real progress made. They want to see real policy reforms. They want to have changes made. And this is a distraction.